If you love spine-tingling tales, well, you're in just the right place. Imagine the creak of a floorboard when you're certain you're alone. A voice in the wilderness, calling your name, echoing through the trees. Or an unexplainable light in the sky. Turn the lights off and strap in. The darkness beckons you. The forest stood stark against the dying light. Shadows stretched long and hungry. The air thick with pine needles and damp earth. A silence, deeper than any tomb, pressed in from all sides. The moon, a pale sliver, did little to pierce the gloom. Its feeble light highlighted the gnarled branches of ancient trees. They clawed at the sky like skeletal fingers. A low wind moaned through the woods, whispering secrets best left unheard. This was the domain of the Wendigo. Here, ancient legends took on a chilling reality. And tonight, under the watchful gaze of the dying moon, it was hunting. Legends whispered of a being born of desperation and cold. The Wendigo, they called it, a name spoken with bated breath, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurked at the edge of the firelight. Its eyes burned with an unnatural hunger, a reflection of the endless winter that gnawed at its soul. The Wendigo's breath was the icy wind that howled through the trees. Those who ventured too far into the wilderness spoke of a chilling presence that stalked their every move. The Wendigo craved human hearts, but those who succumbed to its siren song met a fate far worse than death. The forest floor crunched underfoot, each step a jarring note in the symphony of silence. The darkness seemed to press in, suffocating, heavy with unseen eyes. A shiver ran down my spine, and I pulled my coat tighter around me. There was a rustle in the undergrowth. A small animal, perhaps, disturbed by my passing. But the sound sent a jolt of fear through me, my heart pounding against my ribs. The shadows seemed to dance at the edge of my vision, twisting into menacing shapes. Then I saw them. 2 points of light, glowing with an eerie intensity, staring at me from the depths of the woods. Panic seized me. I stumbled backward, my foot catching on a root. The ground rushed up to meet me, and I landed hard. The eyes in the darkness drew closer. I could hear the sound of its breathing now, a low, rasping growl. It was the sound of hunger, primal and insatiable, the sound of the Wendigo. I scrambled back, my hand scraping against the forest floor. My hand closed around a rock. I hurled it into the darkness, a desperate act of defiance. The creature stepped into a patch of moonlight, and I recoiled in horror. It was a man, or at least it had once been a man. But now it was a grotesque parody of human form. Its skin was stretched taut over a skeletal frame. But it was the eyes that held me captive. They burned with a cold, predatory hunger. The creature's tongue darted out, tasting the air. It was the sound of the Wendigo. The creature lunged. I squeezed my eyes shut, bracing for the end, but it never came. I opened my eyes to find nothing but the empty forest. The eyes, the creature, the horror, all gone. Had I imagined it all? a figment of my fear in the dark. A twig snapped behind me. I whirled around, my heart pounding. There, standing at the edge of the woods, was a man. He was tall and thin, with piercing blue eyes. "You've seen it," he said, his voice a low, raspy whisper. "It won't be long now. Are you brave enough to walk the woods at night? Or does the fear keep you awake?" If tonight's tale sent shivers down your spine, hit like to calm your fears. Leave a comment with your darkest thoughts and subscribe. If you dare,